Defending Canada means more than just increasing the size of our military. It also means the strength of our industries, the resilience of our economy, and our capacity to act independently when it matters the most. Our national security and our economic security go hand in hand. To those ends, as the Minister mentioned, we are announcing Canada's first ever defence industrial strategy. It's a bold plan to get our armed forces what they need when they need it. It's a bold plan to scale Canadian defence companies and to put hundreds of billions of dollars into strategic sectors of our economy.
There's a growing claim circulating in political discussions that Canada is strengthening its military industry not just for defense, but to stabilize internal political tension, particularly in Alberta. It sounds dramatic, but is there strategic logic behind it? The argument goes like this: Alberta's separatist rhetoric is driven largely by economic frustration, energy policy disputes, equalization payments, and federal regulation. If Ottawa wants to reduce separatist momentum, one solution isn't confrontation. It's economic integration. And what better way to integrate them by expanding federally backed industries that create jobs and tie regional economies directly to national security priorities? That's the theory. Canada has increased defense commitments in recent years, partly due to NATO obligations and global instability. Military procurement, aerospace development, and domestic production capacity are becoming strategic priorities. Defense industries generate high-paying jobs, long-term contracts, and supply chain networks that span multiple provinces. This isn't unusual globally. Defense spending often doubles as industrial policy. Alberta has traditionally relied heavily on oil and gas, but energy markets fluctuate. When federal climate policy tightens, economic anxiety rises. If new defense manufacturing contracts or military supply chains were directed toward Alberta, it could diversify the province's economy. Diversification reduces grievance. Reduced grievance weakens separatist narratives. From a policy perspective, that's not suppression, that's incentive alignment. Historically, governments use infrastructure and industry to bind regions closer to the center: railways, energy grids, defense contracts. When local economies become deeply integrated into national security systems, separation becomes economically riskier. In that sense, expanding a military industry could function as a stabilizing mechanism, not because tanks stop separatism, but because paychecks do. Here's where precision matters. There is no verified public statement from Ottawa explicitly linking defense expansion to countering Alberta separatism. The connection being made is analytical, not documented policy. Correlation does not equal causation. Defense expansion can be explained independently by global security trends, NATO spending targets, and supply chain resilience. So why is this theory gaining attention? Because timing matters. When economic discontent overlaps with federal industrial policy, people look for hidden motives. In polarized environments, strategic decisions are often interpreted as political maneuvering. Separatist movements thrive on narratives of neglect. Industrial investment challenges that narrative. If Ottawa were intentionally using defense contracts to reduce separatist momentum, it wouldn't be unprecedented. Governments worldwide distribute federal spending to maintain national cohesion. But that does not automatically mean the military industry exists because of Alberta separatism. More likely, defense expansion serves multiple objectives simultaneously, meeting alliance commitments, stimulating domestic industry, reducing foreign dependency, and indirectly reinforcing national unity. Policy decisions often have layered incentives. So is Canada expanding its military industry to stop Alberta separatism? There's no concrete proof of that direct motive. But could economic integration through federal industry reduce separatist sentiment? Strategically, yes. In politics, stability isn't always enforced. Sometimes it's engineered through economics.